I'm trying to have like a good introduction, but like I'm tired. My brain is not clicking like it is, like it's supposed to. See what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not. I'm tired. That's how I know I'm tired. My thoughts don't flow as clearly. Anyway, yeah, I know people want to hear me speak on the Meek Mills and his album cover. What do I have to say about it? Generally speaking, I'm gonna file this underneath fake outrage, typical outrage. Whether it's about Dave Chappelle and the Alphabet Gang or all these like feminists, like they don't understand that sooner or later, like there's gonna be complete and utter backlash. If it already isn't happening, I think it's already happening. Like people are just tired of all the fake outrage. Um, but and I'm also going to talk about the contradictions in this. And I'm not going to say that everybody feels the same way because I don't think everybody feels the same way. I think it's all over the place. My main concern and my main issue are the duplicitous people. The people who are not honest. They want to play the victim. They want to accuse black men of all sorts of misogyny and all this other crap, and it just gets annoying, and it's played out, and it's just what they do. It's like they just hop up on platforms and bitch, even though you can clearly point to a contradiction from a few months ago. There's only one area where I would agree with uh, black women in general, on those who do feel outraged, and I mean legitimately outraged at it, but I challenge them to, look at the other blatant contradictions. Okay. So looking at the album cover, he's got, the women and their titties out, and the women are bending over, and, their ass is out and all this other stuff. And apparently some women got offended, and they're jumping up and down, screaming misogyny and the objectification of women and all this other bullshit. And this is where I'll give some women some leeway, the ones that are actually, genuinely take issue with this. And if you ask me, it comes from the fact that black women don't feel valued. And as long as they don't feel valued, as long as they don't feel that they are black men's first choice, you're going to have those that feel that any objectification of black women is negative because there's nothing positive to offset the negative. Okay? There's nothing positive to offset the negatives, meaning there's not enough roles of black women being portrayed as love interest and women, worthy of affections of a man and all that stuff. I mean, truly being valued for, black men to objectify um, women. So until that happens, or until they feel that the black woman is truly valued, which, I don't know what benchmark, would actually qualify for that. It's just a goalpost that can constantly be moved until, the matriarchy gets what they want. But until that happens, they don't want to be objectified. That's basically, what's being said. Now, the funny thought is, like, a lot of these women that are bitching didn't do their homework. All right. And actually, let me back up a bit. And what I mean by, like, I want to be clear, because what I mean by the offset, and this is the problem I have with a lot of the feminists and whatnot. So the offset is, like, example, you had Lana Rhodes the other day. Everybody talked about it. She's drinking bowls of piss and vomit. Okay, for pornography, for white men's pornography, she's drinking bowls of piss and vomit. Okay, she up there crying like, oh, they made me do it, right? Disgusting. But like I said, despite the fact that there's all type of porn that's, defiling white women all over the place for the world's pleasure, white men have enough in their media that offsets all the despicable shit that they do to white women. Okay, so white women get to be Cinderella and they get to be the princess and they get to be rescued. And you got this shit with, the Gabby Petito and, we're going to find you, the Natalie Holloway and all that stuff. All this stuff that looks like, again, they care about, the white woman and protecting the white woman. So having one white woman or a handful of white women smutted out in porn is completely offset by, the valuing of white women via all the other avenues, whether it's Hollywood, media, the protection of white women and everything else like that. The funny thing is, like, the whole Gabby Petito thing, right? She's from Florida. They say she got killed in Utah. But like there's like two other white women missing that are 16 and 17 years old. I know we can talk about, the missing black girls and how they're ignored and everything, but I just think it's kind of ironic that, everybody's focused on this white woman from Florida that was killed in Utah, but Utah has its own set of missing cases, which are, other white women. I just thought that was weird because I'm like, it should be more important, to find if you're from Utah, the white women that are lost or missing in Utah that are from Utah, right? But apparently that's, not the case. So anyway, that's just something that I just thought was interesting because I was like, what was that chick's name again? It was like Gabby Petito, and that came up, and then it was like, there are some other missing, white women. I'm like, why didn't they talk about that? Why was there so much focus on this one particular white woman? Because there are other missing white women, right? We can have the minority conversation and women of color are not, no, the media, they don't get enough media attention. But I'm saying there's other white women missing. What was so special about Gabby? Like, what made that just pop to the surface? I'm sure people can come up with whatever reasons and explanations they want. I'm just throwing that out there. But what was I saying? I was talking about the Gabby Petito. Yeah, so all that, we must save the white woman. That makes it so that, the evils of white patriarchy can go out there and, make a white woman, swallow piss and vomit in a bowl and somehow not have this onslaught like what happens to black men, have this onslaught of outrage about, misogynoir and all this other shit, right? Right, because there's that imbalance, right? Again, if these women feel that they're not valued, then anything that black men are going to do is going to set off alarms. I mean, you tell me what's worse: an album cover of a naked of a cartoon caricature of a naked black woman, or a white woman drinking piss and vomit in a bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to be more outraged about? But again, it's about the offset. Now, the part that to me is bullshit about these, these like feminist and feminist identified men and shit like that is what was it? Last year, WAP came out, and some of these same voices that were defending the hell out of WAP. And this is what I've noticed. So it's like, and this is what gets me. This is what irritates me about like a lot of these people, that these social justice warrior type black folks and whatnot. It's like, in one breath, they follow the Eurocentric model, the Eurocentric standard, which means black men, you need to do what white men do. If you're going to, objectify black women, you need to have areas and spaces where black women are valued in your media that currently doesn't exist, that you don't control, but you need to come up with it, and you need to have that if you're going to objectify black women. Okay, fine. That's fine. I get you on that, right? So black men, if you want to objectify black women, you got to present valued images of black women first. Then you can later objectify black women, and we'll say it's even Steven, just like in the white community, and we won't have as much of a problem, right? Okay, fine. But then when you have women that when they want to objectify themselves, they get to skip all that. Now they're just, again, WAP and all that. will be interpreted as women being liberated, women being empowered. The black woman's body is beautiful and she's expressing herself. And don't come over here with these Eurocentric standards. The whole idea of how you're viewing women is through a Eurocentric lens, right? Of trying to control women's bodies and shit like that. So when the black woman wants to get butt ass naked and run down the street with her titties out and go, woo, right? When she does that, it's empowering. Nobody can criticize. Nobody can say anything. If you say anything about WAP, you're putting women in a box, right? It has nothing to do with actually trying to protect the image of women. Yes, underneath the confines of a patriarchy, but it has nothing to do with that, right? Has nothing to do with that. So like you end up with a situation where black men get accused of not coming to the rescue like white men, and then when they do come to the rescue like white men, then it'll be, oh, you're trying to put us in a box and come with Eurocentric standards and trying to control women's bodies, my body, my choice, and all this other shit. So you can't win. You really can't win, with the shit. The only thing I can agree on is, I personally believe that there should be a little bit more balance of valuing the black woman and objectification. Because as quiet as it's kept, none of these women don't want to be objectified. That's just total bullshit. Okay, if black men go up there and they start objectifying nothing but white women or light-skinned women and exoticals, dark-skinned women always got some shit to say about it. Okay? Then they want to be objectified. I can go on IG right now. Damn, half of the damn women I follow on IG, their whole profile is nothing but them spreading their cheeks and their ass out and twerking and everything else. So, like, I'm saying, so here you have black women that'll go online and they'll twerk to their heart's content. See, if you ask me, a lot of this shit is about who controls the narrative of objectification. And here's the stupid thing about a lot of these women, right? This is the stupid thing. Because a lot of them that are bitching, they didn't do their homework. Because right when I saw it a couple days ago, I did my homework. So here's Xavier Durusio. I don't know who the hell that dude is. But anyway, this is rapper Meek Mill's album cover. When are black people going to call out black people for the injustices against black people? The number one threat to black women is black men. It should be our black men. The most disrespectful people towards black women are black men. Where are the feminists? Right? This is a dude saying this. So I don't know who this dude is. Sounds sweet as fuck to me. Okay. Sounds like he plays for Team Sweet Booty, but that's besides the point. Going to, where's the other thing at? Where's the other? Oh, come on. Don't tell me I don't have it. There was another woman's post. Oh, here it is. This is from Lady Monroe, Munroe. And she writes, It is a disgusting image. Meek Mill is not an ally of black women. At Meek Mill, the degrading image of black women you plastered on a bus is truly heartbreaking, disgusting. There are literally so many other depictions of black women you could have used. It's a shame, right? So again, social justice warriors coming out the woodwork, bitching about this, right? But I did my homework. I did my research. And turns out that, like people think somehow, with the art that Meek Millz had on his bus and on the album cover, granted, I don't think it's the most tasteful thing in the world. He could have picked anything else. I wouldn't have picked that. But it's like people are looking at it like Meek Millz just was sitting there with a box of Crayola crayons and just drew the shit himself, because it looks like a 5-year-old drew it. Drew the shit himself and was like, yeah, I'm going to put that on the album cover. You know what I mean? like they literally, or like his son drew it and then he just was like, yeah, that's it right there, right? No. That's not how it went down. The person that drew the art is a black woman, a 39-year-old black woman by the name of Nina Chanel Abney. She's originally from Chicago, but she's based in New York. She is the woman that drew, the artwork. And I mean, I went and looked up some articles about her and pieces about her. As her mother was also an artist, Nina took great inspiration from her, whereby Nina's artwork now explores race, gender, pop culture, and politics. Often she and her sister were the only black children in their class. In hope of connecting with other pupils, she would take requests to draw portraits of famous black figures in pop culture. This desire to create art continued and came to fruition. So this is a black woman, 39 years old, who sounds like me, grew up and went to predominantly white schools, and this is what she drew. Okay? And so Meek went and paid a black female artist to come up with something for his album cover, and yet all these black feminist social justice warriors are running around, with their heads exploding, making it seem like, this is an attack on black women and the misogyny and the misogynoir of black women just doesn't stop. And we must do something about it. Cancel culture. We must cancel Meek Millz. I'm like, y'all stupid ass bitches didn't even do your fucking homework. You didn't even do your homework. Why don't you go contact the artist and take it up with this is, again, fake fucking outrage. Fake ass outrage. I'll give you the whole aspect of, we need more balance out here when it comes to the depiction of black women and whatnot. But I'm like, again, last year, y'all was defending the fuck out of WAP. I open my phone, I go on IG, it ain't nothing but sisters up there spreading their cheeks. You know what I mean? It's just cheeks. Just if I scroll through my damn shit, it's just cheeks. Just women just shaking their cheeks all up in the camera. Literally ass cheeks all up in the camera. And here you have a cartoon image of naked black women, and yet it's being seen as because it's Meek Millz and he's a black man, and you have all these man haters out here that it equates to the evil patriarchy. Could you imagine if he took the album cover and had a naked white woman on the album cover? These women would still be bitching. They would be up there, you could have used a beautiful black woman. Why didn't you use a beautiful black woman? See, these colorist niggers, these self-hating niggers, always up there worshiping the image of the white woman. Ah! Right? That's what they would be saying if Meek Millz had a naked picture. And I'm saying literally, like, anybody could take this same picture and then just like do like a color scroll and turn the women into white women just like that. I mean, it's like the shit, like, again, like, the problem is, and it was funny as I was talking about this with Cap, the problem is that a lot of y'all taking shit too fucking far. You got this stuff going on in corporate America now where men don't want to mentor young women in the professional world. They don't want to have, be alone with a woman in the professional world. Like if there's a meeting or anything else, they want somebody else, the third party, to be in the room. Which gets profoundly irritating because the women always take offense to that because they act like, you don't trust them or something. You're like, hey, man, I got to protect myself. It's 2021. The way that y'all run out here with cancel culture, again, all a man has to do is be accused. Women just point the witch finger and you're done. Your reputation is sullied. I mean, even with the shit with the brother Polite. Now, I'm not here to defend Brother Polite, but I'm saying, like, nobody really has the details on what went down. They just heard, okay, he touched, his stepdaughter, and they coming down with all type of shit. And now I heard like, he was interviewed or something and he didn't confess or deny, which is kind of suspect. But I'm just saying, that's how bad it is, to where, you're guilty until proven innocent when it comes to cancel culture. And none of these people with their fake ass outrage took the time to recognize that it was a black female artist that came up with the damn art before they decided to go up there posting and bitching and talking about how Meek Millz, somehow, put this up on his album cover because of some malicious, misogynistic attack on black women. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. But this is how crazy and wacky and how far all this cancel culture and the feminist and the alphabet gang and all that, because they're all in the same bin. This is how far the shit has gone. Again, let the women go up there when they want to get butt ass naked and when they want to twerk and when they want to, it's sexually liberating. Oh yeah, don't be coming over here with these Eurocentric standards. In ancient Africa, we were all walking around butt ass naked. So, what you got to say about that? That's our original state of being. These clothes I'm wearing, these are Eurocentric. So what? We gonna walk around butt ass naked now? Because the damn clothes that you got on are you're gonna start labeling that Eurocentric? This is our natural state of being, right? This is what these women will say if we shift the context around a little bit, and you end up let the women want to define their naked bodies themselves. They'll come up with every justification in the world, but let it look like a man created this, then it turns into, you can't control our bodies. You're the objectification. This is disgusting. There's other ways to depict us and whatnot. So again, it's like, it's fake news to me. It's fake, fake outrage to me. One breath, we're empowering ourselves by portraying our naked bodies and whatnot. Anytime you end up with these anti-abortion law women, what do? They go and go jump up on the mayor's podium and shit, take their tops off and walking around with their breast. You can't control my body, all this other stuff. Then when a man goes out there and because he, I don't know, likes the aesthetics of naked women, now all of a sudden it's misogyny and it's oppression of women, and like, get the fuck out of here. This and again, I'm gonna have to go back to that woman that blew the whistle on Facebook. I really think, and I can accuse the Shade Room of this and many other media outlets. Again, you got to keep in mind that all this stuff, and maybe the social justice warriors and the feminists and the LGBT and the alphabet gang and all that shit, maybe even they should take notes on this shit, because it pays to sell outrage, shit that triggers people. You get clicks, you get likes, you get people like me making a damn video about it when the shit is really insignificant. You know what I mean? There's way more shit in the world that people should be fucking outraged about. Freaking child sex trafficking, starving African children, poverty, freaking, kids in places where, the damn feces streams, go right past their little shantytown neighborhoods and stuff like that. I mean, there's the 1,000,001 documentaries on YouTube of fucked up shit going on around the world that you can be outraged about. But y'all want to be mad about Meek Mill's album cover and what this means to, feminist women living in the first world, with your damn tall latte from Starbucks in your hand. Like, bitch, please. You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole bunch of shit, even if you want to focus just on the African American community, that y'all could literally be more, upset about. that matters more. Like, did they deal with the freaking lead in the water up there in what was that, Michigan and whatnot? Have they resolved that issue? You know, I mean, it's just retarded. You know, can we talk about shitty ass, schools in the black community? Can we talk about, police reform? Are y'all gonna get on Biden's ass about all the shit that he promised and haven't done yet? You know what I mean? Or hasn't done yet? Like, nah. But y'all want to get on Meek Millz and talk about fucking, misogynoir about some art that he didn't even fucking draw, and the drawing came from a 39-year-old black female named Nina. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Oh. Anyway, y'all, that's my video. SWP out.